Good morning. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Please welcome to our 34th Palmer Research Symposium. I'm Karen Sabin. I'm a professor and associate dean for research and scholarly innovation in the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing at Loyola. Just some housekeeping things before we get started. This program will be recorded and available publicly on the Palmer website and YouTube account. We have two program outcomes. Participants will gain an understanding of research that highlights the critical issues around human caring in an era of rapid growth in healthcare technology. And participants will identify at least one thing learned during the conference that they can apply to practice. This is an ONA approved provider. Loyola University Health System is approved with distinction as a provider of nursing continuing professional development by the Ohio Nurses Association. And all speakers and the planning committee members have declared no conflict of interest. This activity has been approved for 2.75 contact hours. The criteria for receiving attendance include your attendance in the synchronous Zoom session, as evidenced by the Zoom attendance record, and completion of an evaluation at the conclusion of the program. Please make sure you retain your certificate in the event of a future audit by the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. Your certificate will serve as proof of your attendance, and it's your responsibility to safeguard and retain your CE certificates. For questions, please type your questions in the Q&A box that you can see at the bottom of your screen. We have a moderator, Dr. Georgia Connor, who will read your questions to the speakers. Also, just to let you know that the program book is available for download, and we have put that link in the chat box for you. In addition, asynchronous posters are also available, and that link is also in the chat box. Synchronous presentations, PowerPoints and video presentations will be published on the Palmer website and YouTube account on March 29th and will remain available. And you can find that link also in the chat box. And with that, I would like to welcome our Dean, Dr. Lorna Finnegan.
On behalf of the entire School of Nursing, staff, alumni, and the entire Loyola University Chicago, I'd like to formally welcome you to the 34th Annual Ruth K. Palmer Research Symposium, Advancing the Science of Caring, Cura Personalis in a Technological Era. I am honored to be the Dean of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and be here at my first Palmer Symposium. Last year, we had to cancel this symposium just days before the event. We were facing the onset of a pandemic that we hoped would be short-lived. Fortunately, after this long year, it looks like we are finally getting ahead of the pandemic, and I know we are looking forward to more normal times, whatever they may be. Although I wish we could be here in person, we are fortunate to be able to provide this symposium virtually this year. Caring for the whole person is central to the Jesuit mission, and it is especially relevant during this pandemic. We have seen major advances in technology in our virtual world, and as healthcare technology continues to advance, we need to continue to focus on caring for the whole person. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Carol Houston, kindly agreed to be our keynote again this year after the symposium was canceled last year. She will address the challenges that we face in balancing these emerging technologies with caring for the whole person. We are very grateful for the Palmer Endowment, which supports this conference. For decades, this event has addressed matters seminal to nursing research, education, administration, policy, and clinical practice. This symposium began with just two sisters, one a pioneer in nursing education, and the other a philanthropic force among Chicago's elite. The Symposium Endowment was established by the late School of Nursing Dean Gladys Canary in memory of her beloved sister, Ruth K. Palmer, heir to the Potter Palmer family fortune. I would like to thank the Palmer Research Symposium Scientific Program Committee chairs, our Associate Dean for Research and Scholarly Innovation, Karen Sabin, faculty, Tal Griffith and Georgia Connor. Also, the members of the Scientific Program Planning Committees, Chris Worth, Audrey Klopp, Angela Mahaffey, Laura De La Pena, Kim Osterhaus. I would also like to thank our sponsors, Loyola University Chicago Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and Loyola University Medical Center, our academic practice partner. And finally, I would like to thank Holly O'Connor, Kelly Kuniak, and Jose Marroquin for their help. If they weren't helping with this symposium, it would not happen because of the technology. Thank you very much and welcome again.
Thank you, Dean Finnegan. And now I would like to introduce our Vice Dean for Research for the university, Dr. Sunny Singh.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'd like to echo what Dr. Sabin and Dean Finnegan have said, and that is to welcome all the participants and attendees to the Palmer Symposium. I'm excited to see that such an opportunity to present all the great work that's going on in the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and the collaborative ventures that are ongoing can be showcased once again, despite the fact that we're still dealing with the pandemic. So congratulations to you all. And in that vein, I do want to also extend a very heartfelt thanks to Drs. Sabin and Dean Finnegan and the committees that were mentioned just moments ago, and of course the staff who often are in behind the scenes, but without them, these events don't happen. So kudos to everyone for pulling this off. And I'd also like to echo Dean Finnegan's thanks, appreciation to Dr. Houston for coming back to give the keynote presentation. Certainly, we're all going to look forward to the emerging technologies in healthcare presentation that you're going to give later today. I think the theme that the School of Nursing has chosen for this year, advancing the science of caring, is certainly very timely and very consistent with Loyola's mission. And look forward to seeing more about the presentations, again, showcasing what great work is going on in the School of Nursing. As Vice Provost for Research, as a member of the faculty, as a mentor to students, I find myself sharing more and more the philosophy, the encouragement to hone one's scientific communication skills. And I think this is a great venue to do that. Because if we don't find that path, that energy, that enthusiasm, that skill to communicate the great stuff that we're doing to a broader audience, we may find ourselves in a situation where people who make certain decisions about university funding may just not quite get it. One of the phrases I love to use, and I apologize if you've heard me say this before, but I really do believe that the work that we do in research it's really a privilege, not our prerogative, to do the work that we do. And it's important to recognize that that privilege is endowed by the public's perception of a need to do research in that area. And so it's part of this cycle of engagement where we, the researchers, we, the scholars, contribute blood, sweat, and tears, if you will, towards the successful completion of our projects. And then it must not stop there. We must inform our peers, our colleagues, the community, the great stuff that's going on, so that they can better appreciate the importance of what it is that we're doing. So congratulations to all of you. I look forward to hearing more about your presentations, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Singh, for your comments. And now I would like to introduce our provost, Provost Grivats.
Thank you, Karen. Hello, everybody. I am Norberto Grivas. I am the Provost and Chief Academic Officer of Loyola University Chicago. I'm really honored to be a part of the Palmer Symposium today. In the year of our 150th anniversary, Loyola Chicago is beginning an important transformation. We are embarking on a journey to become a university dedicated to the most complex and urgent social problems of our time. We want to be people for others where it matters the most, with the best tools available and with the best tools that we can conceive. A major path towards this goal is research, and research at the highest level. So we are embarking on a journey to become a very high research level university. So what is in the world one of the most important problems? Is there any problem as important and as complex than healthcare today? This involves problems of education, administration, policy, clinical practice. All of those things are central to healthcare in our times. And to compound the complexity of healthcare, as biomedical technology advances, we sometimes leave behind the human side, our minds and our spirits. And let's not forget that the mind is the key, the heart is the door, the soul is the corridor, and the university is the destination. We need all those things being healthy to reach our desired destination. The Palmer Research Symposium today is focused exactly on this major issue: people as possessing minds, bodies, and spirits. This symposium started many years ago, 34 to be exact, but in the year of our 150th anniversary, the symposium may well be marking the beginning of a new era. Therefore, I would really like to thank all of you for attending this symposium and accompanying us in this journey. I'm certain that you are as excited about the Palmer Research Symposium today as I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Provost Grivas, for those inspiring words. I would now like to introduce Dr. Tim Kerrigan, who is the Chief Nursing Officer of Loyola University Medical Center.
So first, on behalf of the 3,500 nurses across Loyola Medicine, I'm proud to be representing the medical center as your practice partner in conducting innovative and research in clinical practice. I'm honored to be the CNO at Loyola, where we partner regularly with the School of Nursing, and in particular Dean Finnegan, for evidence-based practice projects, research, quality improvement, and innovation. The medical center, as many of you know, is one of the largest medical centers in the state of Illinois, approximately 550 beds. We're also quite proud to be one of the most complex medical centers in the state, offering a full continuum of care from primary care and ambulatory care through quaternary services such as organ transplant, bone marrow transplant, burns, neonatal care. And in such, we think of ourselves really as the laboratory environment for research and scholars to conduct research and to help further the science for caring for the mind, body, and as our logo goes, we also treat the human spirit. So very apropos that's part of the design for today's Palmer Symposium. Over the last year, we've been faced with unprecedented challenges. We continue to be challenged as we recover from COVID. Things have not returned to normal yet in a medical center. We still take care of COVID patients on a daily basis, and we're still looking for unique solutions for how to care for not only patients, but also our staff that are struggling with the really post-traumatic stress that we've all walked or been part of over the last year. Despite those challenges that we've had, I'm proud that we've been able to further the academic practice partnership that we've enjoyed for decades between the School of Nursing and the Medical Center. In particular, we've continued to place clinical students at all levels of nursing education, from the undergraduate through doctoral programs, continued to practice research and innovation, and in looking forward to continuing to work with the dean and other faculty members on enhancing our evidence-based academic practice partner. You know, the medical center is approximately 550 beds. We're a 3-time designated medical or magnet academic medical center. We're working on our 4th designation right now. We're also a proud partner of the Daisy Foundation in honor of Patrick Barnes. We've recently renewed our commitment to practicing nursing excellence, and part of nursing excellence is also scholarly work and the dissemination of information. So we welcome your partnership, and I'm looking forward to being part of today.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kerrigan. And thank you all for your warm welcome.